guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be going over some dorm essentials, so basically things that you need to get before moving in on campus. I guess feel free to use this video as like a packing list or like as advice as to what to get, because there may be some things in this video that you might not have considered before. So let's get on with the video. So let's start off with bathroom essentials. So one thing that you definitely need on campus is a shower caddy. So this is what my shower caddy looks like that. So I actually have a cloth shower caddy, and I actually recommend this because in a lot of showers you'll have hooks at the side, and it's much easier to hang up a cloth caddy as opposed to a plastic one. If you get the hard plastic ones, you'll probably have to put it on the ground, and it's not as comfortable to use, so I would definitely recommend getting a cloth one. So we could go through what's in my caddy now. So I have my shampoo, my conditioner, and my body wash. So for all of these, I would definitely recommend getting the ones where you press down, because it's much easier to use as opposed to the ones that you have to like pick up and pour out. It just makes things a lot easier, so I definitely recommend that. I also have my towels. So I actually have transitioned to using smaller towels in college because the one I use at home is much bigger, but I just find that smaller towels are easier to use here because it just means there's less for me to carry around. So usually I wipe myself off with a small towel and then put my hair up with one of these things. I don't quite remember what they're called, but I use that for my hair. And then after I wipe myself off, I usually just wrap myself in a bathrobe, which is also something that you need to get because it's sort of uncomfortable putting clothes on in the shower, because it's fairly likely that the shower will get all pulled up, like the water will build up, and you'll be stuck in like 2 inches of water, and it's just not comfortable putting on clothes that way. So definitely get a robe, so you don't have to change in the shower, change in your room instead. So I also have in my shower caddy, I actually carry around a smaller bag, and this bag basically contains my toothbrush and my toothpaste. So the reason why I got the smaller bag is that I brush my teeth twice a day, so I don't want to carry around the entire shower caddy every time I want to brush my teeth, so I got a smaller bag, which is easier to carry around when I just want to brush my teeth. So I would definitely recommend doing that because it's a bit uncomfortable just like carrying around your toothbrush and toothpaste. So for your toothbrush, you also need to get like a cap or like a case or something, because you are storing it in a bag, so it'll get wet or messy if you don't do it. So I definitely recommend getting like a cap. And then I also have my loofah, and then my shaving cream and razor. So those are all the things that are in my caddy. Obviously, if you have other things that you need, be sure to have that in your caddy as well. But that's primarily it. Oh, also shower shoes. Almost forgot, but yeah, that's a pretty important one. Make sure to get shower shoes because, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes the showers get clogged and then the water builds up and it just feels really gross, and a lot of people are using the bathroom, so better be safe than sorry. So get shower shoes. I would definitely recommend the ones that you like slide into as opposed to flip-flops, because I've noticed that flip-flops don't really have as good of a grip, so definitely get like the slides for shower shoes. So next up is bedding. So this one is pretty intuitive. You know, your sheets, your comforter, your pillow, all twin extra large. So the only advice I would have for this is try not to spend too much, because when friends come over to your room, they will probably end up sitting on your bed because there's no really other place for them to sit. So people will end up sitting on your bed / eating food on your bed. Like, no matter how much you try to enforce it, it's inevitable basically. So yeah, don't spend too much on this. Also, one thing that would be nice would maybe be a mattress topper. I personally don't use this, but my roommate does. It's just more comfortable because the college beds aren't too comfy. But then again, that's also personal preference. I would also recommend getting a throw because throws are really soft and comfy, and I like throws. And also, it's nice because if you want to like wrap yourself up in a throw and like walk around campus when it gets cold, that's also really nice. So get a throw. So next up is laundry. For laundry, you always need to get your own detergent and drying sheets and everything. So for detergent, I would recommend not going with like the huge Costco size detergents. Either go for like a slightly smallerish one, so this is what I have, or actually the better option would be Tide Pods if like your school policy is good with that. Get Tide Pods, they're much easier to carry around because in my dorm, the washing machine and dryer are on the same floor, but in other campuses they might not be. And actually in other buildings at GMU, the washing machine is just not on the same floor as the floor that you're living on, so it's just really uncomfortable to carry around a huge container of detergent. And then you're obviously gonna need like a hamper or like a laundry bag or something. So when getting these, try to go for comfort and feasibility of like carrying it around. So I actually really like the one I have because it's like this trapezoidal-ish shape. So I really like this because it stays upright. Because I remember shopping for hampers before college, and like there's like bags that you can get, but like they like slouch over, right? And I really prefer something that's like upright. So I like this, and also there's a bag inside of the hamper which I can remove and carry around, which is much easier to carry around than like a box. So yeah, when looking for hampers, definitely look for comfort and what's easy to carry around. Next up, for your closet, I would recommend getting hanging shelves to store your shoes in, or I guess anything. I use it for shoes because there's no real place to store your shoes. You could also get like a rack. Basically, I guess beyond just your closet, just get a lot of organizers so that you can store your items in like a neat, organized way. And then specifically for your closet, I would recommend getting whatever these are. They're really useful because then you can fit more items into your closet because it takes up less horizontal space. So yeah, would recommend those. Cleaning equipment is like a must in college, like something as basic as like Clorox wipes to like whatever cleaning equipment that you want. Two things that I do want to pitch are one of them is vacuum cleaners. So vacuum cleaners are very important because if you're snacking in your room or have people over at your room, like it's going to get dirty. So please get a vacuum cleaner. Right now I'm kind of borrowing my friend's vacuum cleaner, but I would highly recommend getting your own because the room gets dirty really fast. And the second thing is dish soap, because this is something I forgot to bring, but if you have like any sort of dishware, I actually don't recommend getting too much dishware, but like if you have like a mug or like a bowl or like even your water bottle, right? It's gonna get dirty and you need to wash it out. So get dish soap and like a sponge so that you can clean those things out. So school supplies in college work a little bit differently. You probably will have to buy a lot less than you did even in high school, which was already not a lot. But basically, I mean, I'm a computer science major, but the only thing that I really use on a regular basis is my laptop and my tablet. So I guess if you don't have a tablet, like a notebook would be like the replacement. But besides that, there's not really much. And even for notebooks, you probably won't need it for most classes. Only like math or like lab classes really require a notebook. I take non-STEM classes too, and they just don't need any notebooks or anything. So I would really wait on school supplies until school starts, because odds are, even if your syllabus says that you need to get such and such supply, you might not need to get it really. So just hold off on school supplies until school starts. And this applies for every class, every semester. Just don't buy school supplies until you absolutely have to. So the last category is a bit miscellaneous. This is just random stuff that I found to be nice to have. So the first off would be like a water bottle, or like a Brita water pitcher or something, because it's kind of irritating to have to go to the waterfront and every time you want a sip of water. So it's nice having water in your room, either in your water bottle or in like a filter. A filter would probably be better, just to be safe. So that's definitely a must. Another thing you might need is a fan, because I know like at GMU they like turn on the heater like a little too early every year, and that's because of a state policy that requires schools to turn on heaters like at a certain time in the year or something. So even if it's 80 degrees out, your heater is on and it just gets really hot. So you could either buy a fan or do what I did, which is basically avoid being in the room as much as possible and only come here to sleep. So yeah, another thing would be like hooks. If you need to hang things up, they're not too expensive and you just sort of like stick them on the wall. I use this for like my towels or like hanging things inside my closet. So that's also really helpful. A mirror is also really nice because you don't have to go to the bathroom every time you want to like check to see how you're looking. And also it's nice if you have a mirror in your room, because then you can see like your entire outfit. So definitely would recommend getting a mirror. And then also I would recommend getting a lanyard to hang your keys on, because you're going to be carrying this around everywhere. I also have like this thing, which is like what you attach to your jeans. I like these because I wear jeans a lot and I don't really like having it around my neck all the time. So this thing is also really nice. I don't know what it's called though. And other things you might need, like, you know, like a trash can, trash bags. Maybe get like a few like paper plates and paper cups, because dishware is a bit irritating to wash every time, as I mentioned previously. So it might be nice if you had like paper plates and stuff. Also, like, you know, the basic things like umbrella, first aid kits, anything else. Printer. Oh yes, printer. A few of my friends actually bought their own printer, but it depends, because you actually don't need to print out too many things. I think last semester I printed out a total of like 2 things. Printing at college is paid. I think it's like 5 cents, 10 cents, I don't know, something like that. But compared to the cost of buying a printer, it's just easier to print at school. But then again, that's the personal preference, depending on how much you're printing. And then the one thing that a lot of people have is like a mini fridge and a microwave. That is also personal, because me and my roommate, we do get food out and then we do have to like store it in the fridge and like warm it up. So we use it quite a bit, but not everybody will. So this is again up to you whether you'll be snacking in your dorm or not. I think those are all the major ones. Also decor. It's really nice having like paintings or lights in your room. It's always sad when I go to somebody's room and there's like nothing. It's not an essential, but it does make your room seem a little bit more personal. So I guess that's the last one. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Just know that within the first week of you moving into college, you will probably realize that you forgot one thing, or it would be better if you had such and such thing. So be prepared for some last minute shopping. Like, no matter how much you pack, you'll always forget like one small thing. So that is normal as well. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching.